Listen, seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, cause I'm falling apart. Tension between us just like.
So I'm going to start by saying I am not a professional. I repeat, I am not a professional. So I initially started off with 4 scoops of bleach, and then I just eyed on how much of the developer I pour out. But I ended up mixing more until I got this consistency. And I'm just brushing out the hair before I start to apply the bleach. So I start off at the end of my hair because, closer to the root, it'll like bleach faster. So I basically try to saturate the bottom half of the hair and then go ahead and work my way up to the top. So you see I'm turning the hair over so I can go ahead and get started on the other side. After brushing through the hair, I let the bleach sit on the hair for about 25 minutes. So for the lace closure, I will be repeating the same steps. As you see, I'm just going through the hair, making sure I get every black hair strand covered. And I'm going in with a comb to part on the closure to get those knots bleached as well. Because the hair will be exactly one color. It won't have any dark roots going on. After bleaching the lace closure, this is the color it came out to be. So I'm just going to go ahead with this semi-permanent hair dye. And I'm going to take some boiling hot water to go ahead and tint my closure so it can match my skin a little bit better. So I'll only be using 1 teaspoon of this hair dye, and I'm going to go ahead and mix it into that boiling hot water. So you just want to stir that in really, really good. Get that mixed in real good.
Listen, seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, cause I'm falling apart. Tension between us just like big fences. You got issues that are.
So go ahead and place the closure into the hot water and make sure the whole closure is in the water. I'm just using the spoon to press down. And I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes and then I'll come back and wash it off again. So I'm using the hair dye by Adore in the color Cajun Spice. And I'm adding a little bit of conditioner into the dye as well. So I'm going to repeat the same steps as I did with the bleach, and I'm just going to saturate the hair with the hair dye. So I'm just getting really, really close to the track with the hair dye because last year I made the mistake of not going all the way up, and where my lace closure hair stops, it was like peeking through. So you want to make sure you get that fully covered. So here I am. I'm beginning to carefully pat on some of the dye onto the hair. You want to be very, very careful and take your time on this part so you don't accidentally stain the closure. So I'm just parting my way through the closure, piece by piece. I'm doing a small part so I can make sure I get as much of the root hair covered as possible. So again, just take your time doing this. Also be mindful not to get too much of the dye onto the brush because it would just seep right onto the lace. So just a little dye at a time on the brush, not too much.
Seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, cause I'm falling apart.
Okay, so I did get a little bit of the hair dye on the lace, but that's okay. And this is the color that the bundle came out to be. And in a second, I'll go ahead and show you what the lace closure is like. And I went ahead and got it sewn on already. So here's the finishing result. This is a wig, and I have 2 wig combs sewn on in the back. I hope this video was very helpful, and thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Baby, I am getting it. Girl, new hair would do it. New hair would do it.